Welcome back. Someone in my school community reached out last week. They had connected N8N to their Openclaw setup because a YouTube creator said it would save them money on tokens. 3 hours later, nothing was working. The bot had stopped responding. They couldn't tell if it was Openclaw, N8N, a Docker networking issue, or something in Telegram. Telegram being how you normally talk to your Openclaw bot. It took us half an hour just to figure out where to start looking. And here's the thing. They didn't even need N8N in the first place. I've been watching this pattern repeat in the community. People get Openclaw running, which is a real win, and almost immediately they start asking, should I connect N8N to this? Should I add NoteBookLM? And I understand why. You see other creators adding more tools, and it feels like you're missing something, like your setup isn't powerful enough yet. Today I want to give you a simple framework for deciding when you actually need a new tool, and show you that for these two in particular, most of you don't need them yet. Every tool you add to your setup costs you something, even if it costs $0. There is the time to learn it. N8N alone has a real learning curve. Workflows, nodes, credentials, webhook architecture. NoteBookLM has its own setup, its own interface, its own habits to build. Add either of them on top of Openclaw, which you are still learning, and you have doubled your learning burden before you have gotten full value out of what you already own. Then there is the time to maintain it. Every service needs updates. Every update can break something. Every broken thing needs debugging. And the more services you are running, the harder it is to know which one failed and why. For someone with a software engineering background, that cost is manageable. They know how to run multiple services, read logs, debug integration issues. But most people in this community are not software engineers, and that is not a criticism. Openclaw exists precisely because you should not need to be an engineer to have a powerful AI assistant. So, before adding any tool at all, ask yourself one question first. Can Openclaw already do this? For most of what people reach for N8N and NoteBookLM to solve, the answer is yes. Let me walk you through both. Let's start with N8N. Some creators are recommending you connect N8N to your Openclaw setup. The pitch is, use N8N for cron jobs and daily reports so Openclaw doesn't burn tokens on simple tasks. Let me be fair about what N8N actually is. N8N is a genuinely powerful tool. If you are running an enterprise setup, connecting to your CRM, reacting to Stripe payment webhooks, syncing data across Salesforce and Airtable, N8N is the right choice. It has over 400 native integrations. It is built exactly for that kind of workflow. But that is not what most of you are doing. Most of you are running Openclaw for personal automation, for your family, for a small business, and for that use case, you are reaching for a tool that solves a problem you don't have yet. And honestly, let's follow the too expensive for cron jobs logic to its natural conclusion. You have Openclaw, an AI personal assistant. Its whole job is to handle tasks for you. But apparently, Openclaw is too expensive to run cron jobs, so you add N8N to run the cron jobs instead. But N8N needs its own Docker setup, its own maintenance, its own hosting costs. So now you need something to monitor N8N, and something to restart it if it crashes. At this point, you might as well post on Upwork. Personal assistant needed, a few dollars per check-in. Every morning, read my Telegram. If my bot sent a report, summarize it. If it didn't, restart the Docker container. The reason Openclaw exists is to reduce complexity. The whole idea is, stop using 5 different automation tools and just talk to your bot. If your first move after installing Openclaw is to bolt N8N onto it, you have not reduced complexity. You've taken the solution and turned it back into the problem. The stated reason for reaching for N8N, that Openclaw burns too many tokens on simple tasks. Here's the part that kills it completely. Quick callback for anyone who hasn't seen the cost reduction video on this channel. For all the reasons we covered there, we run Openclaw on a subscription-based API, not pay-per-token. Specifically ZAI's GLM model, the cheapest flat subscription plan, and currently the best anti-hallucination benchmarks of any model available, open or proprietary. $9 a month, no overages, no surprises. That subscription comes with a prompt allowance that resets every 5 hours. Think of it like a tank that refills automatically. Every 5 hours, you start fresh, whether you use the previous allowance or not. If you're not running cron jobs through Openclaw, those prompts just disappear. You're not saving anything by routing them through N8N. You are just adding infrastructure around the problem that doesn't exist. But there is something more serious underneath this that I want you to understand. In the security trilogy on this channel, we spent 3 videos building what we called the Soul Fortress, a system where your bot only acts on instructions that come directly from you through your verified Telegram session. Now imagine N8N sends a message into that same Telegram thread, a daily report, a calendar summary, whatever. That message lands inside your Openclaw session context. Your bot reads it as part of the conversation, and if that N8N message contains anything that resembles an instruction, even accidentally, your bot might act on it. You have just created a bypass into your most trusted channel, not because N8N is malicious, but because you connected 2 systems without fully thinking through what you were building. This is not unsolvable, but it requires a level of technical understanding that most people asking, how do I connect N8N to Openclaw, don't have yet. And that is fine. It just means this is not the right next step. For the cron jobs and daily reports most of you are running, every cost and security argument points the same direction. Let Openclaw handle it natively. Now let's bring in the second example of unnecessary integration into Openclaw to really make the point land. The same question applies to NoteBookLM. Can Openclaw already do what you're reaching for it to do? First, I want to be fair. NoteBookLM is a genuinely well-made product. You upload a collection of documents, articles, and transcripts, and you can ask questions across all of them. Google built it well, and it is free. But I want you to understand something important before you reach for it. Openclaw Memory and NoteBookLM are solving different problems. NoteBookLM is designed for, I have 20 research papers, help me understand and query across all of them. Openclaw Memory is designed for, remember that I prefer short replies. Remember my meeting is every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Remember the context of the project I'm working on. These are genuinely different things. One is a document research tool, the other is a personal assistant memory system. Now, here is what I actually see when people say they want to connect NoteBookLM to Openclaw. What they really want is one of 3 things. Number 1, they want their bot to remember things about them. That is exactly what memory.md is for. Openclaw writes to and reads from this file automatically. It survives session resets. It evolves over time. You do not need a NoteBookLM for this. Number 2, they want their bot to be able to reference documents and files. The latest version of Openclaw has a native PDF tool. Your agent can read and reference documents on your VPS directly, without any external service. You do not need NoteBookLM for this either. Number 3, they genuinely want a structured external knowledge base for research. And if that is truly you, I understand. But before you send that data to a cloud service, consider starting with a local first option like Obsidian, which keeps everything on your own machine with no third-party access to your notes. Before you make that cloud decision, there is something worth saying clearly. Every cloud product asks you to make a trade, convenience in exchange for your data. Google's business model is advertising, funded by understanding you as a user. That is not a conspiracy theory. It is in their annual report. And their privacy policy is written to protect their business interests, not yours. Whether that trade is worth it for any product is your decision. I am not here to make it for you. But make it consciously, not by accident. The entire architecture we have built in this series, the local VPS, the security lockdown, the contained environment, is built around one principle. Your AI assistant's context should belong to you. The moment you start routing that context out to cloud services you haven't thought through, you are working against your own setup. So before uploading your personal documents, your notes, your research to any cloud knowledge product, ask first, can Openclaw already handle this if I configure it correctly? In most cases, the answer is yes. Before I let you go, one thing I want to leave you with. The goal here is not to teach you to use every AI tool that exists. There are hundreds of them. New ones launch every week. You could spend your entire year evaluating and integrating tools and never actually use your assistant for anything useful. The goal is to teach you to use fewer tools better. There is more depth in Openclaw than most people have explored. The memory system, the cron jobs, the PDF tool, the agents file that defines how your bot thinks and behaves. Most people install it, get it working, and immediately start looking for the next thing to add before they've discovered what they already have. Like the community member from the start of this video, the solution wasn't to untangle N8N. It was to remove it and let Openclaw do what it was already built to do. Start there, explore it, Push it. Let it surprise you. And when you genuinely hit a wall, something Openclaw cannot do natively, something that actually requires an external tool, that is when we work through it together. Drop a post in the school community, tag me, describe the specific wall. We will figure out what the right tool is for that specific problem together. Link to the school community is in the description. 7 days money back guaranteed. Not every wall needs a new tool. Sometimes it just needs a deeper look at what you already have. Build the foundation before you build the extension. That is the whole philosophy here. If you want to work through your specific Openclaw setup, what to configure, what you actually need, what you can skip, my school community is where we do that. Link is in the description. Drop your setup and your question, and we'll work through it properly together. See you in the next one.